Hi, my name is Gerald Labuskaghni. I'm a clinical psychologist, an advocate of the High Court, a certified threat manager with the United States Association of Threat Assessment Professionals. I'm an honorary associate professor at the Department of Forensic Medicine at Wits, and I'm also currently the president of the African Association of Threat Assessment Professionals. I also spent 15 years of my life in the South African Police Service's Investigative Psychology Unit, where I spent my time profiling violent crimes and doing a lot of court testimony. Now, as we all know, domestic violence is probably one of the most frequent forms of violence that we encounter in society. So the reality is that in your professional practice, you're either going to encounter the victims of domestic violence or the perpetrators of domestic violence. But the problem is most of us are not trained in actually how to assess violence risk. We often think we can because we're mental health experts, but the reality is that research shows that clinical judgments in terms of risk assessment is only about 51% accurate, so you may as well be flipping a coin. But in this CPD workshop, we're going to be dealing with the basic principles of risk assessment, specifically in terms of domestic violence. We're going to cover from the phases of actually being approached to do the assessment, what are the pitfalls and things you need to be careful of, how and what information should I be gathering, how do I give feedback on my findings. We'll also spend a lot of time using the Be Safer, which is a structured professional guideline used for assessing domestic violence scenarios. And in that guideline, it touches on which risk factors are the static ones we can't do anything about, and which ones are the dynamic ones that we can focus on specifically if we are working with these offenders. So whether you're a therapist working with the victims or perpetrators of domestic violence, or you're involved in the justice system in terms of divorce cases where you might have to do a domestic violence risk assessment, or someone has been convicted of a domestic violence crime and you want to testify at the sentencing, you will get something out of this workshop. So I hope to see you there. Thank you very much.